Gary. Cheers, mate.
Norwich Tower, Golf Zulu Alpha November Yankee, radio check.
Golf Alpha November Yankee, Norwich Tower, good afternoon, readability 5.
5 also, outside Saxon Air with information, Foxtrot QNH 1034, request startup.
What's the Yankee, correct, Golf November Yankee, start approved.
Start approved, outside Saxon Air, Golf November Yankee. Runway 27 is... That's the way we came in, wasn't it?
Was indeed. Oh, the photographers are taking a photo of us.
Nice. This will be a quick departure, by the way. A bit of weather around by the looks of it to our east. Quite puffy, isn't it?
Golf Alpha November Yankee, after departure, lead control airspace, left turn, on track to Staplewood VFR, squawk 7361.
Okay, after departure, it's a left-hand turn on track, Staplewood leaving controlled airspace, and VFR, Golf November Yankee.
Golf November Yankee, squawk 7361.
7361, my apologies, Golf November Yankee.
Golf November Yankee, all correct, line up for runway 27.
Lining up 27, Golf November Yankee. It should be a relatively quick flight back, to be honest, mate.
Good, mate.
Okay, so slight crosswind from the right. All clear on the approach. Time how long this flight is. Lovely runway lit up. Happy New Year.
Golf November Yankee, runway 27, clear for takeoff, surface winds 340 degrees, 8 knots.
Clear takeoff, runway 27, Golf November Yankee. Okay, clock set. 4 hour, airspeed. Temperatures and pressures green, stick to the right, feet on the floor. Rolling. Airspeed is now alive. Temperatures, pressures green. Right on the centre line, that, can you feel it?
I know!
That's brilliant, isn't it?
You're a fucking motorbike rider. Wait, see you later, Norfolk. It was emotional.
Was it near Norfolk?
Norwich, even. We're near Norfolk.
Ah, look, clear run all the way back, mate.
Okay, mate. Weather is looking good.
Okay, approaching 500 foot. Temperatures and pressures green. 80 knots.
Rob's a little bit busy at the minute, so I won't let him say hi.
Flaps up. Okay, Norwich is to my left, so I'm going to avoid that. Continue straight ahead initially. You know what that bumps is? It's the sea breeze, I think.
Really?
Altitude
1,000 to go. Landing light, taxi light is now off. Fuel is sufficient to divert. Heading 210 and to avoid Watterson. Heading 180.
Golf November Yankee, contact Norwich radar 119.355. Bye bye.
119.355. Cheerio and Happy New Year to you, Golf November Yankee. Bye.
Happy New Year, thanks.
Very polite.
Norwich Director, very good afternoon to you. Golf Zulu Alpha November Yankee. I'm passing 1,700 feet for 2,000, heading 180.
Golf Zulu Alpha November Yankee Norwich radar, good afternoon. Continue outbound VFR, Norwich QNH 1034 on a basic service when you leave controlled airspace at about 2 miles.
That's all copied, 1034 for the basic service in 2 miles, Golf November Yankee. Norwich looks nice, it's a shame we didn't get to visit it. Oh well, another day. Yeah look, doing 130 knots, which is about 150 miles per hour. Oh, it's raining a little bit. You alright, Gary?
I'm alright, mate. I'm just concentrating on this. Is it raining?
Yeah, a little bit, look. That's probably why it's a bit bumpy. Moisture. It'll be a little bit dark when we land, isn't it?
A little bit, mate.
So we're making up good time, look.
Yep.
141 knots.
Lovely. 5 degrees.
Yeah, it's alright. You can go to minus 10. As long as you're not in, as long as you're not in, cloud.
Yeah.
If we're in cloud, then that's 0 and below, that's the problem, because it's moisture. Visible moisture is the issue. We are making up good time. According to this, we'll be landed on the ground by 13 minutes past.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. That's not bad, is it?
Not bad at all.
That's literally like 100 miles in 35 minutes. That's fabulous, isn't it? You couldn't do that in any other way, could you? Plus we're going around the long way around. If we went a direct route in, we'd do it in about 25 minutes. Obviously because like I'm remaining outside of Stansted and Wattisham, which is a military airspace. Bit hazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in weather like this, always keep a good lookout for other aircraft. I think with their lights on you should see them. I've just put mine on just so I'm a little bit more obvious.
Yeah.
But when we go over to Southend, we'll pick up a traffic service. And Norwich, do you know if we're out of range for Southend for a traffic service at the moment?
Golf November Yankee, I'm not sure. I can give you a traffic service if that's what you'd like.
If possible, yes, Golf November Yankee.
Golf November Yankee, traffic service then, and it's reduced traffic information from below due to altitude and road.
That's copied, Golf November Yankee.
Nothing.
So yeah, it was a good year last year for flying in some ways, learned quite a few things, managed to divert an aircraft. That was quite difficult to be honest, quite a challenge. Flew through a cold front, we did it today though, so it's good to keep the skills up. These are the skills that I need to learn, instrument flying and you know, keeping it all in check. If you don't do it often enough, you can run yourself into some problems.
How's the fuel doing?
Yeah, we're all good. I'm going to transfer some. So 11 minutes, so call it 2 minutes on top of that, so call it 13. 13:45. Oh yeah, it's flying's beautiful. It's good to get back flying again after a few months off and flying quite regularly. My last flight was supposed to be Cardiff, which I cancelled due to cumulonimbus in the evening. Obviously the time we'd be flying would have been a little bit rubbish, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But the good thing is I'm flying. It's 2019, do a bit more flying and enjoy it. It's nice and smooth.
100%.
141 knots, about 160 miles per hour. You can tell we're going fast, can't you?
Yeah. Things are moving a bit quick.
Yeah, well I have done in this airplane 160 knots ground speed, which is about 200, I think it's 201 miles per hour, whatever that is in ground speed knots. But it's a lot quicker than this, and we were skimming the top of the clouds, so it was like,
wow.
Beautiful. A bit like today, but obviously it was going a lot faster.
Do you ever like to go up in a fighter jet?
I don't know, I think I'd feel sicker of that one. It's a very quiet day today. I mean, it is New Year's Day. Everyone's recovering bank account wise and whatever recovering wise from Christmas. But you know what a day to get in the logbook, New Year's Day. Flight to Norwich for a Brewers Fayre. Don't forget to go Brewers Fayre and don't forget to use Saxon Air. Brilliant facility. And it's £10 off on weekends. There's a tip for you. That's one for the videos. Oh, I can take a shortcut now. Two-1-0 to heading.
Got Charlie Delta to complete the cultural, route back to London. Could just have a wind check, please. Got Charlie Delta surface winds at Norwich, 330 degrees 7 knots. Roger, thanks, sir.
How come you can take a shortcut now?
Yeah, because I'm avoiding Wattisham. I just can't go in their military airspace without permission, so...
Yeah, and where's that, just to the right of us?
Yeah, you might be able to see it in the haze. Somewhere over there, mate. Not too sure what's based there, if I'm honest. Someone on YouTube may know. When we get a little bit closer to Southend, I'll go over to them and they will guide us back to Stapleford.
So then we still want to give you a handover if I can to Southend.
Go ahead, Golf November Yankee, that'd be brilliant.
I'll give it a go, it may not work.
Hey, it worked the other way.
Fair do.
Not that strong now either, are they?
Nope.
I have a night rating, but I don't really want to land into a runway that's no lights.
I know.
But there's visible light, a lot of visible light. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're only 15 minutes away anyway.
Excellent.
Golf November Yankee 4575, Southend.
Just confirm 4575 for Southend. You're breaking up now, so I guess we should go over to 130.780.
Golf November Yankee, that is correct. 45751 30780. Bye bye.
130.780, readability strength 3. That's all copied. Golf November Yankee. It's just we're too far from him, I think, not high enough. Southend radar, Golf Zulu, Alpha November Yankee, radio check and traffic service.
Zulu, Alpha November Yankee, identified traffic service, QNH 1034.
1034 on board, and we read you 5x5. We're just having a bit of issues with Norwich. We couldn't hear them at all.
Probably because about 60 miles from us.
Yeah, I guess that's why.
Seen some lovely houses, Rob.
Gives you dreams, doesn't it?
Does, mate. Why not? We can all have dreams.
Well, my dream is to get myself a brand new one of these. The NG, it can take me, you and Reese. And full fuel.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, I know. Proper brilliant. But they are expensive. Very expensive. But if you can get it on a lease or a loan...
Yeah.
We are moving, mate. Look at those roads. Look at the motorway.
I know.
We are shifting. Well, obviously they're within 136 knots, which is about, I don't know, 156 miles an hour maybe.
Yep.
And that's why it's a bit bumpy. But they're doing about 70 maybe.
Yep.
Well, you think they would be doing 70, don't you?
How are we doing for fuel?
Yeah, we're good. We're full tank on the left.
Good.
37 miles to run.
Excellent.
I don't know if that's accurate. I mean, 37 miles in 17 minutes, doing 140 knots. And let's just shave the minute off because we just sped up with the turbulence. That was obviously the wind shifting again. 143 look, it's climbing up. Really climbing up. We are shifting, aren't we?
We are indeed.
That's the bad thing with you got windy conditions. I mean, this is not the worst, mate, as you can probably tell.
Yeah.
This is not turbulence, this is light chop. You know, even when we went into the cold front earlier on, this morning, that is light chop. You know, that's nothing. I mean, I said severe, but I've probably experienced moderate turbulence in this aircraft. You know, a couple of 100 feet drop here and there, and severe is where you lose control of the aircraft completely. And all this becomes a blur. That's not my ideal flying weather.
No way. Does that regularly happen then?
If you ended up inside a towering cumulus, which is just below a cumulonimbus, yes, I'd say you'd probably get that sort of weather, that sort of conditions of flying. That is not good, but you'd have to deal with it. You couldn't, you know, you'd have to concentrate, and you couldn't fight that sort of turbulence.
Yeah.
But I guess as my experience grows and my comfortableness with flying in that weather grows, you know, but will you scare your passengers completely from going ever in an airplane? That's not my intentions.
Ah, totally.
You know, most people would say when I took those friends to France and we diverted to Southampton and we flew in really bad weather on the way back into the UK, most people said, oh, you probably put them off flying, but at the end of the day they wanted to fly. They sort of gave me that get there rightus feeling to get back home to London, and you know, I was comfortable with it because I was current. I'd flown recently, I'd done some instrument approaches as practice just in case the weather was like that.
Yeah.
But my intentions are to fly this sort of weather more often, which we did earlier.
Yeah.
This sort of weather, you know, it's not great fun. It's boring. You know, it's a bit bumpy, light chop.
Yeah.
But the conditions we had earlier were perfect flying conditions.
Yeah. No,
you know, they're not too bad to gain some experience.
Definitely. Well, you need to get the experience.
You need to put that closer.
You need to get the experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, definitely, I agree. You know, like on a motorbike, no one wants to really ride in the wet, but you got to do it. It makes you a great rider.
Yeah. I think we just about made it by the skin of our teeth.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the longer flights, I mean, they are okay. It's advisable not to drink anything but water, because you need the toilet.
Yep.
But Jersey, hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. Probably 2 hours there, an hour and 40 back. And you know, you can have fish and chips or whatever you know you want to have.
Yeah.
Or you can go to France in an hour, Le Torquay in 1 hour over Kent, and then over the Channel at 8,000 feet if you can.
And eat some snails.
Frog's legs as well. Apparently it tastes like chicken.
I've never tried them.
So for this approach, we'll give blind calls onto Stapleford. It's going to be dead. There's going to be no one around. So we do blind calls and we'll do a left-hand base. So when I get closer, I'll explain what that is.
Yep.
But it's effectively you're taking a shortcut rather than go over the head of the airport called an overhead join, where you're at height, you see the airport, you see what it's doing. You sort of, you know, I mean, it's calm conditions today. It's a bit of wind at altitude, but it's calm on the ground.
Yeah.
It's going to be like little crosswind, but it's acceptable. We'll see the windsock anyway as we approach the airfield, should I say, and as we get closer overhead, near the airport, we'll come over the motorway and go down to about, you know, 1,200 feet. At which point we will commence our approach. And if things happen a little bit quickly on a visual approach, you'll find, because we come in a bit tighter than an ILS approach. An ILS approach, you've got, you know, about 5-6 minutes before you land. With a visual approach, you sort of get to the airport and you're almost there.
Yeah.
But these lights here might be aircraft. I don't know what they are, but we keep a good eye on them.
Yeah.
That one there looks like an aircraft because it's coming left to right slightly. That one might be an aircraft as well. Quick check of the map for me.
Leaving altitude.
It's amazing really what you can do with a light aircraft.
Leaving altitude.
You know, there to explore, and this is a touring aircraft. Some people may not think that, but it's got the range to go to southern Spain, Mallorca, places like that. San Sebastian is, you know, 4 hours flight. We can make a stop off for fuel and stuff, take more people. But I think the reality is that this is what I want to do with the aircraft. You know, go above the clouds like we did today in the summer and fly all the way to Spain and, you know, use the winds at altitude to get me there.
Yeah.
The only defeat in the object with that is when you're coming back, you've got the winds going at you.
Yeah.
So you probably go lower. Although, if you are low, you might find yourself in the well. So it's a payoff. Do you want to be bumpy? You know, passengers throwing up everywhere? Or do you go at altitude and just pay the penalty of being in the air longer? It's a question you need to ask yourself, isn't it?
Definitely.
Leaving altitude.
Look at London on the nose.
Yeah.
You know what I always find amazing, and I've said this on previous videos before, in our eyes is 10 million people. Right in that field of vision there.
I know.
And, you know, maybe more actually, because you've got all these settlements and towns. But London alone is about 10 million, isn't it, including Greater London. So 10 million people right there.
Crazy.
Big city, yeah?
Massive.
You can make out the Gherkin, you can make out the Shard. The Shard is the middle one.
Yeah.
And then Canary Wharf on the left.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting how separated everything is though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They sort of built everything in the middle, with the Shard on its own on the south side of the river, and then everything else in the Docklands.
Yeah.
But I reckon, give it maybe 10, 15 years, the whole skyline will look like New York. So as soon as I turn this way, hoping to lose the height and the speed, I've gone over the pylons at 800 feet. That's good. There's the runway. Full stage of flap coming in. Okay, that's my landing check complete. Stage of flap, 80 knots. Want to reduce to 70 knots for this approach. So power's coming in very, very gently. Using height at the same time. We're a bit high. So power completely off. Speed off at the same time, 80 knots, up a little bit. They are quite fast. Quite fast. They are very fast. Wrap up. Go from Urban Yankees, climbing away, T1 left. Too fast on that one. It happens. Okay, I'm getting into trim. Okay, putting the power out now, making a left turn. Over the pylons we go. Full stage flap coming in.
Gonna cut the power this time.
All the way out, mate. All the way out. That's better. 75 knots we have.
Man, all the road users that see us flying, they just think that pilot's got it under control.
Better. Still quite fast actually, isn't it? There's no wind to slow it down, is there? Nope.
All you need is time, huh?
That's a good landing.
Excellent, well done, mate.